And we're going to work on breathing in this position. Okay. So if I have an Eric's pad, I wrote you guys a little love note that was saying we were going to do the hamstrings and the glutes today, and I wasn't kidding around. So I'm in a hands and knees position, and then I take my right leg and I reach it back behind me so that I can push my foot into the wall and drag up. Now, notice how I'm not like this high up the wall. I'm pretty low, and I'm actually dragging with the ball of my foot. Okay, so if I set up in hands and knees, I need to drop my right hip down a little bit, and then I'm taking the ball of my foot and I'm dragging up the wall. And all you're gonna do is 5 breaths here. So hands are pushing down into the ground. Right hip is dropped down, and I'm pulling up the wall with the ball of my foot, like especially my big toe mound and my pinky toe. Long spine, inhale, push the ground away. Exhale, empty from the bottom. Allowing the ribs to come towards each other and back. Inhale. And exhale. So what do you feel here? Because we're going to do 5 of these breaths.
Hamstrings.
Good answer. So you're actively dragging up the wall, not by bending at the knee, but having that leg nice and straight and your heel off the wall. Okay? Does that make sense? Sort of? Okay. Once you've done one side, we're going to do the other side. So, Christine, just make sure that you have your heel off the wall. I want you to notice the difference in the sides, right? Because a lot of us are a little bit asymmetrical. You're going to drop that left side of the pelvis down. Reaching long, ball of the foot. Pulling up, not bending, right? Don't lift your leg too high and just create that tension of hamstrings and abdominals, right? Like I like to say ass and abs, but it's all about how we can position the pelvis to feel the abdominals. And if you're not feeling your hamstrings, please tell me. Good, Michelle, turn that left hip down a little bit and really, yep, good, good, good. Now really try to drag up the wall with the ball of your foot. Don't worry, because these aren't going nowhere. We're gonna do them a couple times if you don't understand it right now.
Dada, I don't know where the other part went.
Now, Caitlin, you're gonna go and do your back on the bench bridges like normal, okay? We're gonna do long lever bridges in that same position with our feet on the wall. And we're going to really pay attention to how certain parts of our feet are going to emphasize certain parts of our hamstring, right? So we have like the hamstring close to the knee, which is your distal hamstring. And then you have the hamstrings that are close to your ass, which are your proximal hamstrings. And I don't know, I see it a lot. Not a lot of proximal hamstrings to pull the pelvis underneath us, especially if we're in an ass out position. So if I lie on my back, I'm going to drag on the ball of my foot like this. I'm going to bridge up a little bit. So I'm not super high like this. I'm just dragging and I lifted my butt. Okay. Now I'm inhale here. And then I'm going to go like this. I'm going to exhale, drag on my heel and lower my butt a little bit. But all I'm thinking about is letting my butt drop down, but still really dragging. Okay. Inhale onto the ball of the foot, a little bit of a lift. Exhale, drag on the heel. Inhale, ball of the foot. Exhale, heel. But notice I'm dragging the whole time. So do you feel your hamstring when you do that? You guys are fucking mutes today. Good. Christine, you might want to move closer to the wall and back off the wall a little bit. Good. Inhale onto the ball of the foot. Exhale, drag on the heel down. You should feel the whole back of your leg. Caitlin, can you take your hands like this behind your head?
I don't think so. What?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. To me, that's way more comfortable than what you were doing. So 10, and then I want you to try 10 on the other side where you're thinking about the same thing. You're on the ball of the foot, pulling straight down, long lever pull. Exhale, heel, still dragging down. Inhale, ball of the foot, butts up a little bit. Exhale, heel. Michelle, watch that point in your back. because if you bridge up too high, you're using your back, right? So I'm here, inhale just a little bit, exhale, drag down on the heel, drop the ribs back. Inhale and exhale. Now, it's way easier for me to get my right side than it is for me to get my left side. Leah, what happens if you put your hands on your right leg and pull it into your chest? Yeah, because you're constantly driving like external rotation when you do the other way, which is not what you need more of, you know? But if that's like what feels good, then do that. Did you guys feel the back of your leg a little bit? Yeah. Okay. Now, I want to go from a bear position again, and we're going to reach the leg back, but this time pay attention to what the pelvis is doing. So we're going to exhale, reach back towards the wall, drag up, inhale, pull the knee into the chest, kind of like a mountain climber, but you're still on your knees. So I'm here, I'm reaching back, dragging up, exhale, then I'm just going to do this. Inhale, I'm going to pull my knee in as much as I can. Exhale, reach back, drag up, inhale, pull the knee in, but don't let your pelvis be like doing weird shit. Yep. Inhale it in. Good. Exhale it back. Bring your left knee forward just a little bit, Michelle. Good. So here I am, legs extended. This is my exhale, dragging up the wall. This is my inhale. This is my exhale. This is my inhale. I want you to do 8. And just notice the difference between the two sides here and that you're not moving through your pelvis. So like Arpita, let's control the position of your pelvis a little bit, because see how it like dumps ass out a little bit at the
Yeah, I want to shift left.
Yeah, so try not to let it. Good, yep, dragging up the wall, and then you're inhaling to round in. Yep, good. So can you still drag on the wall, Michelle, or do you need to move everything back? Yeah. I just want to see where your knee and your hip are in a line. Hi, Lindsay. Good. Don't arch into your back. It's not about how high you're going with your foot. It's about how much can you drag on that hamstring, right? So watch me here. Hands and knees, left leg's reaching back. I'm just dragging up the wall with a straight leg. All you're going to do is breathe for me here, 5 breaths. Lindsay, you're just dragging up the wall. Now, if I go like this and pull my knee in, look, my pelvis didn't move at all. Some of you guys are doing this and just like moving through your back the whole time. That's not going to feel so good. Good. Yep. Control. So Leah, do not lift those extra 3 inches. Good. Good. Michelle, don't go too high or else it's all going to come from your pelvis. So you should feel your hamstring, Lindsay. All I want you to do is reach with that leg nice and straight and extend. Yeah. Now, Lindsay and Caitlin, you can go back to bridges after that. I want you to try with your right leg, Lindsay. I know you're just coming in right now, but like extend that leg and just try to breathe. Everybody else is going to grab onto a weight. Could be a 5-pound weight, could be an 8-pound weight, could be a 10-pound weight, not going to be heavier than that. We're going to think about doing a pullover as we do those bridges. So if I'm lying on my back, I'm going to do the same thing that we just worked on, heel, toe, but now I'm going to incorporate my upper body as well. Okay. Now, if you can't reach your fucking arm over your head, you're definitely not going to let a weight go that far, because that would mean that your rib cage was flaring, right? So if I'm here, the ball of my foot's on the wall, I'm dragging down the wall. I inhale my arm over my head. And then I exhale, reach, and drop the heel drag, right? Inhale, arm comes overhead, I'm on the ball of my foot. Exhale, heel drags down, and I reach here. Yep, so straighten your arm the whole time, Michelle. Inhale overhead. Exhale, reach it back, drag on the heel. Yep, inhale overhead. Exhale, heel. Yep, let me watch you guys. Inhale overhead. Good. You can even use like a yoga block if you wanted to have something in your hand. Oh, as long as you're not arching through your back. So like I need you to roll more, Michelle, because you're bridging up through your back instead of allowing your ribs to go backwards. So slower and like literally like 3 inches less high. Inhale up. Good, Arpita looks good. Exhale down. Yeah, Michelle, literally take your left hand and push your ribs back towards the floor, like fucking push them down there. Yeah, good. Yep, don't even let yourself come up that high. Yep. Now, I'm gonna go through on the other side, and who cares if this was too complicated? It will get to be a great like hamstring exercise, but it is a little bit much in the beginning. If I'm dragging down with the ball of my foot, I'm gonna keep my ribs back as I inhale, arm comes overhead, and then as I come back, my heel drags down the wall and my hand comes back right over my chest. Inhale, exhale. Keep that rib cage back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. Yep. And you're dragging down the whole time. Good. And your butt kind of lowers down as you drop to your heel. Good. So we're gonna come into a split squat, and we don't have to be like super low down, but I wanna get a little bit of rotation and just show you how rotating through the rib cage is gonna influence what you're feeling in your butt, okay? And there's a couple different ways that we can play around with this. If you wanna hold on to the wall, good for you. If you wanna hold on to the suspension trainer, totally do that. We're gonna start with the right foot forward first, and I'm gonna think about right foot forward, left torso is going to rotate towards the right, and I'm going to inhale, rotate, exhale, up. Inhale, rotate, exhale, up. Okay? And I'm just going to watch you guys. Yep, inhale, rotate. Now, your heel should be heavy. Your knee should be traveling a little bit forward as long as your heel stays heavy. So make sure that heel is heavy, Anne. Good. Nice, good. Now, Caitlin, as much rotation as you can get from your torso would be amazing. Good. Rotate as much as you can. Good. Michelle, even shorter stance a little bit. Rebecca, you could go longer stance a little bit. Good. Say you do 10 of those. You're going to do exactly the same thing on the opposite side, just getting rotation through the torso and practicing your brain's ability to drag your heel down and really get that rotation through the torso, through the rib cage, through the pelvis. All right. And let me tell you, there's no right or wrong way to do this. Today, I'm going to like play around a lot with like breath and like when you're doing certain things, but I do want you to pay attention to what makes you feel things the most or what feels most natural. Good. Good. As long as your heel can stay heavy, Michelle. Heel heavy, heel heavy, heel heavy, and then up. Good. Because if not, get in a longer stance. When I do a split squat, I'm never letting my back leg come back onto the ball, onto my heel, right? So see how you go back? Yeah, don't go back onto a straight leg. Perfect. Good. Then you're going to come grab your block, and we're just going to do some of those bears where we're kind of like moving over the block. So Caitlin and Lindsay, what you're going to do is just reach and get some air into your upper back. Everybody else, I want you to just think about if I go like this and I put my hand on my block the horizontal way. If I take my right hand and I reach down, I'm reaching through my left hand and through my right hand, and I'm driving some air into my upper back. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, exhale, bring it back. The more that I get air to go into my chest and my back, the less I have pressure going down and into my belly, okay? So a lot of us are really tight. The up level of this would be my heels on the wall. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So I'm just in a bear position doing the same thing with my knees lifted up off the ground, reaching forward with one side of my torso as I exhale, drop down. So if you're doing the bear hold, I want you to give me 10 of them. 10 taps down to reach back up. 10 taps down to reach back up. Rebecca, bring your hands back. Yep. And just keep those knees up off the ground, guys. Keep that pelvic position. Yep. Knees are off the ground to get the abs on, unless you are Lindsay and Caitlin. Good. Yep. Take that big breath of air. Exhale. Good. Trying to just pay attention to, are you emptying from the bottom? Do you have some tension in your abdominals, or are you just rotating through the low back? Good. Now we're going to do like a mid-range split squat hold with rotation. So kind of the same thing, except now all I'm going to do is like hold in an isometric and do weird fucking Tai Chi shit in a split squat. So holding onto the wall, totally fine. Again, if I go like this and I lower myself down with my left foot forward, all I'm going to do is inhale, rotate, exhale, reach the opposite direction. Inhale, rotate, exhale, drop. Now, I'm not loaded in my back leg. I'm dragging on my front heel, heavy in the heel, and keeping the torso nice and stacked. I just want you to give me 6 breaths in that isometric and then go to the other side. So heel is very heavy and dragging you backwards. If I was there, I would take your chest and push your chest backwards. Yes, good. Keep that chest over your pelvis. And don't rush just because it's hard. Try to take as many deep breaths as you can. Good. And I want your boobs kind of rotating as much as possible. Like Caitlin, I want to see that left boob go over to the right and your right boob go over to the left. Yes, good. Rotate through the rib cage. Nice. Shake it out once you've done one side. Good. And in and of itself, when you're rotating through your torso and your rib cage, you're going to feel your glutes more. Good. Christine, come halfway out a little bit and now push your torso back. Yes. Drag on your heel. That's it right there. Don't go any lower than that. Right there. Right there. Yep. Drag on your right hamstring. Perfect. Guys, look glorious. Did one side feel more natural than the other side, or they just suck? Now, instead of doing the hands on the block reaches, we're literally just going to reach one knee down. So I'm going to show you the options. For those of you who are not pregnant, you're going to push the ground away. You're going to lift your knees up. Now, look at my hips. You can kind of see that my hands are on either side of my hips. I'm going to just drop my left knee down. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, drop my right knee down, lift it back up. Drop my left knee down, lift it back up. Drop my right knee down. Okay. Caitlin and Lindsay, you're going to go back to that hands and knees position and just inhale, reach through, get the air into the back, exhale down. Inhale. Don't round too much through your upper back, but really try to get the back of the rib cage to kind of open up. I want you to give me 10 to 12 of the knee drops without allowing the whole pelvis to be rotating. Your knees are just reaching straight down towards the ground. Good. Here's the deal. This is just rotating through the pelvis. Do you guys feel your abs? What did I tell you? Everyone's a mute.
Oh. I can't take it. My phone is buzzing, buzzing, buzzing. I need to put it somewhere else.
Why don't you just go throw it down the stairs? Just kidding. So we are going to work on some arm bars. And so like Lindsay and Caitlin are going to stay with the arm bar, and I want you to just like breathe in that position. Okay. Everybody else is either going to do Turkish Get Ups or they're going to work the first 3 steps of the Turkish Get Up. Now, I suggest you go pretty light. Don't grab onto your heaviest kettlebell. You could literally practice with like a fist. There's so many different things that you could do. Okay. Now, Leah, with your kettlebell, you can do an arm bar. I'm going to talk through the arm bar first, and then I'll talk through what we're going to do after that. So let's say I have either a kettlebell or a dumbbell. I'm lying on my back and I have the weight in my right hand, okay? I have two hands, grab the weight, reach it up over my chest, extend through my left leg and extend through my left arm, okay? Left arm's going overhead. And all I'm gonna do is just inhale, rock over to the left. You can literally just hold here and breathe. Like Caitlin and Lindsay, you can hold here and breathe inside lying. Those of you who want a little bit more internal rotation, Rebecca, Jacqueline, you can make it more active, rolling back and forth. And you can do that too. Just rocking back on exhale. Inhale, roll, exhale back. So like Christine, you can do that like 5 times. You're gonna decide, Michelle, what it is that you wanna do. If you wanna stay there, get your right shoulder over towards me and then draw your shoulder away from your ear and look up at that weight. Good. Good, Leah, just rolling over and breathing in that position. Perfect, good. Once you've done 5 on one side, go to 5 on the other, whether it's 5 rest, 5 rock and rolls. Noticing the difference between the two sides. Reaching through the shoulder blade. Your shoulder blade shouldn't be just like sitting right on your back. It should be reaching away from your spine. Nice deep inhales into the chest and into the back. Exhale. Good. I want that top arm over your head as much as you can. So, Michelle, can you take your right arm up overhead more or no?
Like this?
Nope, your right arm.
This one?
Yep.
Oh, up here?
Yep.
Oh,
Turn your
yeah.
thumb in towards the middle. Yep. The other way. Like, yeah, that. Good. Now, we are going to do some pressing, okay? We're gonna get into a split stance and we're gonna face the wall and we're gonna talk through pressing, but we're gonna turn our knuckles towards our face to start. So everybody's gonna do it this way and then we're gonna like move through to see what versions are good for everybody, okay? So if I have my right foot forward, I'm gonna have the weight in my left hand. So my right foot's forward, my right hand is pushing into the wall, and I have a weight in front of my chest. Leah, lie down on your back. You're gonna give me a floor press with one arm, because I know that's the only weight that you have, okay? So pushing into my right hand, I'm going to press overhead, and I don't even need to go all the way up, because my fingernails are towards my face. Like if you guys are looking at me, I'm literally just gonna press to here and then down, because I don't wanna flare through my ribs, okay? If you cannot, so like Michelle, does that hurt at all?
Not on the left, no.
Okay, well, I just want to be able to see everybody's torso as they're doing it. Good. Leah, I want you to give me 10 presses if you can. Good. Watching yourself in the camera, don't be in a lunge position, Anne, just a split stance. I was just getting low so that you could see my body, that's all. So Anne, bring your right foot forward. Yep. Good, and then we're just gonna pay attention. What does the other side look like? So I want to be able to overhead press in some way, shape, or form and just have variations for everybody so I can up level it later on. So Michelle, think about pushing into your left hand as much as you can, but rotate your torso kind of towards the left. No, towards the left. Okay, good. Now inhale. That's it, and then pull it back down. Now, what's your pelvis doing? Because it's wicked dumping forward. Try to pull in your lower abs to get your weight. Yep, good. Does that hurt your neck?
No.
Good, so that's what you're gonna work on. Now we're gonna do more stuff that's gonna annoy the fuck out of you guys. Beware. Do you have a foam roller? Do you have a yoga block? Do you have a band? This is all, it'll work with all these situations, okay? So I could have a band pulling against my knee. I could have a yoga block that I am pushing into, or I could have a foam roller that I'm pushing into. I will say that like having a shorter foam roller is super helpful when it comes to this, but we'll see. So it's either having a band that I'm gonna help you set up, or a foam roller or a yoga block that's pressing into the wall. So if I have this yoga, yep, that'll work. Perfect. I have my foam roller here. I'm gonna take my left knee forward and I'm gonna push my left knee into the roller for some internal rotation, which we all need. So if I'm here, I'm pushing my knee into the roller or the block.
I only have a big roller.
Yeah, you can try it because I know you have a red band too. So
My camera setup is worst.
not a mini band, Arpita.
Oh, you mean like a band on
Yeah.
a suspension trainer?
Yep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk through this, and then I'm going to come and I can just yell at each one of you individually. Now, Christine, do you see how it's my outside leg that's pushing in?
Yes.
Perfect. So my outside leg is pushing in towards the roller. That is internal rotation. Now, if I rotate my torso towards the left as I exhale down in this mid-range of a split squat, my torso's back, I'm driving in, I exhale. Then I'm gonna inhale, come up, and then I'm gonna exhale, come down. I'm gonna inhale up, exhale down. I'm staying in the mid-range of a split squat the entire time. Rebecca, back up your right leg and get your torso back more. Like, yep, perfect. Drag down, exhale all your air out, inhale. Good. Don't straighten all the way up. We're literally working in the mid-range. Good. What do you feel?
But
Good answer. Good, right there. Yep, that's it. Just that little bit, Leah. Down, rotate. Yep, push. And then up, inhale. So mid-range is internal rotation. Do you guys all feel your butt?
yes.
Yep.
Good. Who would think that just like a body weight exercise could be this challenging? So I really just want you driving that knee hard in towards the block. Yep, perfect, Caitlin. Nice, that's it. Just that mid-range. Now rotate towards me like you're reaching your right hand through the screen. Yep, that's your exhale. Empty from the bottom up. Yep, perfect. Good, you're gonna kind of go up and down a little bit, Rebecca. So you're gonna come, exhale down, inhale up. Good, exhale down, inhale up. As I come down, I'm dragging on that heel. That's my hamstring. I'm heavy and my torso is straight up and down. Nice. Good. Good. Let your knee go forward as your heel is heavy, Christine. Good. Leah, do you feel your butt a little bit? Good. Now, everybody that did well with the split stance press, especially Michelle, is going to stay with it. Lindsay, Caitlin, Michelle, you're going to do that split stance overhead press. Leah, you're going to do the floor press. And everybody else is going to try that double alternating overhead press. So if I'm standing up and I have two weights in my hand, I want to think about maybe squeezing something between my knees. Definitely finding where my position is, right? Rib cage and pelvis in a line where I'm not squeezing on my glutes in the position. So say I'm here, I'm gonna inhale, press, and then a little bit of a reach with a side bend at the top. Exhale, inhale, reach, exhale, down, okay? So while they're doing like 8 overhead presses per side, you guys are gonna give me 12 to 16 alternating. Leah's definitely giving me 10 there. Good. What weight's that, Christine?
Only 10 a piece.
Okay.
Should I go heavy?
Give me 20, bitch.
Okay.
But really think about that length as you're going overhead. Then we're gonna go back to the split squats again. Now, those of you like Caitlin, grab that red band that you have. Rebecca, can you put a red band at a middle attachment? Just like put it on the doorknob or no?
I do not know where the red band went.
Oh my God. All right.
I have a foam roller and blocks.
Yeah. So what if you even just like use that island that you were right there? I don't know. Forget it. Forget that for a second. We're going to do split squats, but like I wanted to be able to talk through what the band could do. So like I'm going to go really slow. We still have plenty of time. So Arpita, what you're going to do is put your right foot inside that band right now. I know she has a wider rib cage angle. So what's happening is that band is going to be pulling her knee in and she's going to drive out into more external rotation. That's going to feel really good for her. Now, Rebecca is going to put her left foot inside of that band. That is going to pull her knee out and she's going to have to pull her knee in. Does that make sense? You want to be perpendicular from the band. So Arpita, move out to your right. Rebecca, move out to your right just a little bit. Yep. Now, you're going to lower yourself down, rotating towards the working leg, okay? So rotate towards the working leg. Rebecca, you're gonna put a weight in your right hand, and Arpita, you could put a weight in your right hand. And we're gonna go up and down in the split squat position. If you don't have a band, you can mentally visualize that pulling the knee in, and you know you're gonna do one side one way, another side another way. Yep, perfect. You're rotating and then coming back up. Do you guys feel your butt a little bit?
Yeah, and the breath. So sorry, when you rotate in, you're saying that's the exhale? When
Yeah, so you want
towards
to
the front?
empty from the bottom up as you're going down, dragging on the heel, and then you're going to inhale up, exhale, pull down,
Okay.
inhale up. Yep, perfect. And here's the thing, it's like when you're pregnant, you already have extra weight, you know? And so it's like, you're just, yeah, Leah, good. Now, let's see, if you put your left leg inside the band, move your body over to the right a little bit. Perfect, you're gonna be in a split stance. And now that band's pulling you out, you're gonna try to drive that adduction, that internal rotation as you exhale, pull yourself down, and then inhale up. Yep, you're gonna rotate towards the band as you exhale. And then inhale up. Good. Do you feel your butt, Christine? Good. Good. And don't worry, because we're gonna do it again and we'll be able to talk through all this because I'm just gonna keep giving you variations that you can try, okay? You're gonna go back to the presses, Michelle. Good. Now, pay attention. Don't clench on your ass cheeks and push your hips forward. Bring your hips back, bring your ribs back. Get into that nice position. Good. You feel your butt, Lindsay? Good. So, Christine, what's going to happen on your third set? You're going to put your back foot up on that bench and you're going to do that. Rebecca, did you feel your butt on both sides?
More on the left side.
Okay, so what we can do next time is you can switch the position of the band so you're driving more external rotation, pushing the knee out, like on the right. I'll
Okay.
explain it as we go. next time, okay?
Great.
And then I'm gonna make you remember it because you might be a little bit asymmetrical like I am, and I'll show you that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
think about this. We're gonna go back to the overhead pressing. Last set, it's 8 to 10 on one side, 8 to 10 on the other. Leo, floor press, 10 and 10. Christine alternating, 12 to 16. Rebecca, good. Lindsay, take your left hand down a little bit more and then look at your ribs and yeah, get that reach of the back of the rib cage, much better. Good. Think about emptying from the bottom up on those presses. Good. A little bit of a reach at the top. Now, Michelle, I want you to grab onto a weight. And I want you to position yourself sideways so I can see your split squat. Perfect. I know you disappeared for a little while, Jacqueline. We're gonna do some split squats. You're fine.
Sorry, we had a plumber here.
Oh, yeah. Now, Rebecca, start on your right leg. Put the band so that it's pulling your knee in, so you have to drive your right knee out. Good. Now you're gonna put the weight in your right hand and you're gonna go up and down. So Michelle, back up your left leg. Yep, good. Put it in your hand down, Rebecca. Yep, rotate towards the right as you're dragging on the heel. Same with you, Michelle, rotate as you're dragging. Good, where's your weight right now? Good, perfect, perfect. Yep, don't lock out the knees. Give me like a second at that bottom position, Michelle, as you exhale. So what do you feel here, Rebecca? Do you feel the butt?
I feel like I could access it a little bit more. Yeah.
Okay, so with everybody, if you're having a hard time feeling your butt, when you get to the bottom position, take an inhale and an exhale as you're holding.
Yeah.
Drag
that
on the
helps.
hamstring and come up because you're getting a little bit of internal and external rotation with each inhale and exhale that you do. And the slower that you go to feel the heel, take that inhale and exhale, the more you're going to feel it. Nice. Good. Good. Exhale, rotate towards the right, Jacqueline. Inhale up. Yep. Good. Michelle, stay upright, but that was great otherwise.
How many do we do on each side?
We're going to do 10 on each side, really thinking about dragging on the heel and rotating towards that front leg. Good. How you doing, Christine?
Okay.
Okay. Good. Now, Michelle, if I was there, again, I'm going to push you in the chest. I'm going to push your rib cage backwards. So Rebecca, you're going to stay putting the left leg. So the left knee has to pull in. So you still face me, but now the band's pulling your left leg in a different direction. Does that make sense? Yeah. Move out. And that is going to drive more internal rotation on the left. Good.
And the weight you want on the standing leg.
Well, for this one, it's going to be on the right.
Okay, I got it.
You're going to rotate towards that side. Good.
In the other hand.
You're good. You're good. Yeah. Everybody has a different, there's no right or wrong, but it's like, try this, Christine, put it in your right hand and then rotate because this is turning you to your left. Right? I feel like that's going to feel good. Good. Then we're going to move along, Sally. Good. So we're going to do a basic one arm row in a lawnmower position. And we're going to do a 3-second eccentric. So if I put my knee up on my bench, I could technically get into a split stance position if I want to work my legs a little bit more as well. I want to go pretty heavy on this and we're going to do 12 of the rows. So I grab my nice heavy weight. I'm going to reach down, exhale, row, lower for 3 counts. You move my shoulders down my spine, exhale, row, lower nice and slow. I want you to think Okay, I want you to give me 12, but I want you to be slow enough on the lower that you really feel those lats working. Yeah. So nice and long, bending in your right knee a little bit, Michelle, and I want you to draw back towards your pocket. Good. Yep. Chin up a little bit. Inhale as you lower. Exhale to row. Good. 3 counts to lower. Good. Good. Allowing the shoulder blade to move along the rib cage. Nice. Good. Inhale, let that shoulder blade kind of fall. Exhale, pull it up. Good. Bend in your left knee a little bit, Rebecca. Nice. Good. And drag up the wall with that right leg. Good. Let that shoulder blade really fall away from your spine, Michelle. Good. Then you're going to start to think about, well, we'll do a bunch of different options. So like Arpita, you'll be able to do an option that you don't necessarily have to use the stairs, but we're going to use like a step up. We're going to come from a half kneeling position. Okay. And we're going to start just like body weight, no weights at all. Okay. So if I set up near a bench, I'm going to be in a half kneeling position. No weight. My right arm is going to be like on the, like hanging by my right side. I'm going to drag on my left heel and propel myself to the step. Okay. So I'm down on the ground. Propel myself to the step. I'm going to imagine that there's a weight in this right hand. I'm dragging on my left heel to come up. Okay, so that co-contraction again. Yep. Perfect. Starting down on the ground. Yep, perfect. Nice. Michelle, now just think about maintaining that knee bend as you go through. Yep. See what this feels like, Arpita, onto that bench.
The standing leg bend.
Yeah, that's perfect. Now, what about keeping your heel off the ground of the standing leg too? Yep. Good. Yep. So it can start heel on the ground there, but as you go, you drag. Christine, you're like a fucking professional here. Good.
Not enough.
Nice. So yes, good. Lindsay, just like get it in your brain that you don't want to lock your knee out, right? We want hip extension before we want knee extension. That's going to go a long way. Yep. Perfect. So there's so many fun variations to this that we haven't even explored yet. But these are awesome, especially if you, I don't know, just like running after the dog, your kids, like to have this control through your lower body is really awesome. I want you to do 10 on each side. And then we're going to do more fun shit, except Lindsay's probably not going to partake in this because we're going to be rocking and rolling on our backs. And I have plenty of fun options. So I'll say, oh, Leah, you have a med ball, right? Didn't you say you bought a medicine ball because you wanted to do something? Oh, you didn't do it? Okay. All right. So we could, I know that Jacqueline and Anne have med balls, but don't feel like you have to go there to get them. I just want to show you a couple things. So we do this a lot. We'll go inhale, rock onto your back, exhale, forward. I feel like as adults, we kind of just like, we get so like not fun anymore. And it's like annoying. Like we have to be so, I don't know, perfect and things like that. So let's say I have nothing in my hands. Lindsay, you're going to take a rest. You're going to inhale, rock back, exhale, rock forward. Inhale, rock back, exhale, rock forward. Okay. Now, Lindsay, you're going to do a wall sit and you're going to do some bicep curls, inhaling as you rotate. You can do like 12 to 16. If this is easy and you love it, you can grab onto a weight, 10 pounds. This is level 2. I'm holding on. I can hold on to the med ball. Perfect, Jacqueline. Inhale, rock back. Exhale, stand up. So I know that like Rebecca and Jacqueline are probably going to be able to do this. Christine, you can do this if you're anybody else. Go like this. Inhale, exhale, inhale, reach. So I go like this. Inhale, exhale, inhale. That's going to get that upward rotation through the shoulder blades, which is really awesome. Okay, I'm going to keep doing the fun one again so you can see, Christine, if I go like this. Inhale, exhale, I come to stand, and then I sit back down. Inhale, exhale, inhale.
Let's see.
Good. Jacqueline's just laying on her stomach. That's fine too. Good. Nice. That's kind of fun, right, Michelle?
Yeah.
This is going to be good for you because it's going to get you moving in the spine where you don't move, right? It's very eye-opening to be like, oh, fuck, that part of my back just like doesn't move at all, you know?
I can't seem to get a breath though when I rock back. Like it's really hard to breathe.
Yeah, I mean, I think that that's the same thing that you said before with like the issues that you have that you can't get air there, you know?
Yeah.
So what I could have you do is put your hands on the bench like this and just drive down to try to get some air up top, right? So we're gonna go through again. We're gonna do the rows. We're gonna do actually like a weighted Bosch clean with an option to step up. And then we're gonna go back and we'll do a version where I'll show you and Lindsay and anybody else that hated the rolling, like what you can actually do, okay? So we're gonna do 12 rows on each side, where we were lowering slowly, allowing the lat to get lengthened on that eccentric. We're doing 12. Yep. Don't feel so frozen through the mid back. Good. Nice. Good. Let it rotate. Let it rotate. Let that shoulder blade move. Nice. Good. And reach up the wall with that opposite leg. Maybe even hop your right foot forward a little bit more. Good, and that row variation is awesome, Lindsay, because you're not allowing your rib cage to flare, so it should feel nice. Then we're gonna have a couple different options for how hardcore you want to get with the next one, but I could grab 10 to 15 to 20 pounds, and I'm going to set myself up away from my bench, thinking about dragging on that front heel. Personally, I always like to use a dumbbell for this because I feel like I smash my hand if it was a kettlebell, plus it's like really heavy. So say I have my left heel dragging, I have a weight in my right hand. I'm going to propel myself forward to here, and then I could step up and lower down. Come back down to like a dead stop position, drag, propel myself through, drive up and down. So if you do the step up version, you only have to do 6 to 8 per side. Otherwise, you're doing 10 if you're just coming up. Good, perfect. And if your bench is for midgets, then you can do like 8 to 10. Good. Christine, switch hands with your weights or switch your legs. Good. Michelle, shorten your stance and drag on your heel a little bit more. Yep. Good. Good. Leah, make sure you keep that heel nice and heavy in the beginning so it doesn't hurt when your knee's going forward. Yeah, heel nice and heavy and then go, boom, perfect. Keeping the knee bent throughout. Good, maintain that co-contraction, right? So you're there, your knee's gonna bend, you're on the ball of your foot, good. Nice, Lindsay. Looking good. Good, Arpita, don't let that left leg lock out. So try to think about a little bit of a bend through the ball of that foot bent. Yeah, good. Yep, you don't even have to come up super, super high onto the ball of your foot, but that was better. Now, I'm going to go over the options for that, the rocking and rolling again. And then you also have the option to just like breathe and open up into the chest. Lindsay, do the bicep curls again, and then I'll talk through the chest opening. Rebecca, I want you to try to face the wall and imagine that you had like a medicine ball in your hand. You're actually gonna hop and imaginarily like chest pass that weight toward the wall. So if I go like this and I inhale, exhale, stand up, hop, and inhale, exhale, imagine that I'm chest passing forward, right? That's an option. So if you've been doing like the up and down, now try to do a little bit of a hop at the top. Nice, good. I love it. Arpita, you're gonna come onto your bench. Leah, come onto your bench. Take your hands behind you so that you're pushing away like this. And then you're gonna try to breathe some air into your chest wall. So a lot of us are super compressed up here, right? So my elbows are a little bit bent, I'm pushing away. I could even kind of be like sitting my weight onto it, Arpita, if it was hard to like hold yourself with like your elbow in on, but just push away and try to think about this part of the chest getting air. The same exact thing can happen while you're laying down. Like I could totally do this and just press my elbows down into the ground. Inhale into the chest. Exhaling away from my abs, right? Now, we still have 5 minutes and I'm always trying to get some shit scheming. We're gonna go back to the rows one more time. We're gonna do plyometric step ups and then we'll do breathing, okay? So, rows, 3-second eccentric for 12. Good, yes, Leah, I'm gonna talk you through this right now. If I'm lying on my back like this, I take my elbows here. I imagine that that low back is flattened to the ground, right? So, yep, a little bit of a push to your toe, but you're not like clenching on your ass cheeks to get there. I'm driving my elbows down into the ground. And like if I take my hands over my boobs, I want to try to inhale into that uppermost chest. And then I'm going to empty from the bottom, not clenching on my butt and not losing the contact of my low back. So inhale again. And just imagine filling air in that upper chest wall. And then exhale. That can be nice and just calming. So after the rows, you're going to do 15 plyometric step ups. That just means you're stepping onto the step and you're driving yourself up and away. So I go like this. Instead of doing those cleans, I'm literally going to step up onto the bench. And I'm going to go boom, 1, boom, 2. Lindsay, you could just step up and down. You're good. Any sort of step up variation, I'm going to be good with. Did you feel,
I gotta go. I gotta run a meeting. Bye-bye.
did you feel some air going into your chest, Leah? A little bit? Good. Nice. Good. Michelle, step closer to the bench a little bit. Good, because I want your heel heavy. Drag. Yep. Nice. So you're trying to get as high as you can if you're jumping. Good. Push the ground away. And again, this is where the co-contraction comes into play. Don't let your knee hyperextend as you're pushing away. It should be that hip extension before knee extension. Good, yep. Nice. So we can take it easy with some nice breathing. If you want to come into a rock back position with your palms face up, we can do that. I'm here. I have my pelvis kind of tucked under, not clenching on my butt. I'm going to rock myself back. My palms are turned up. And then I'm looking out a little bit with my chin lifted. I'm reaching through my elbows. And I'm inhaling into my back. Exhale out. Take your right hand, reach it long, shift your body's weight over to the left. Inhale. And then exhale, switch. The right palm faces you, lean over to the right. Inhale. Don't forget to like reach through the elbow as you do this. And swap again. Left palm faces up. I'm weighting my left side a little bit more. Inhale. And exhale. We're just trying to expand through the backside. So rock back more, Michelle, so that now none of the air can go to your belly and it's just going to go to your back. Okay, we're all done. You did great. Happy Friday. Happy Friday.
Thank you.
Bye.